Your shower is now ready.
It may look like I'm doing a stakeout, but I'm not. I'm waiting for this auto body place to open. I was on my way to work last month and some guy rear-ended me and scraped up the side of my Dodge Ram, and now I have to get it fixed. What happened was some guy rear-ended him and then he clipped me. Nobody's hurt, thank goodness. And it was a hit and run, so we never got the guy who... Actually, one guy hit another guy and then that other guy hit me. But we never found the original hit and run guy, so... I'm a little bit exhausted. I have just got off some time off and I had my had one of my teeth pulled. Well, they just finished. I feel a little bit jittery. It was definitely infected, one of my teeth, and it is now gone. So, thank goodness. This one right here. And it still hurts. And there's like a gap in between my tooth and my sinus cavity, and the air keeps going back and forth and it kind of hurts. So gonna have to deal with that because I was having headaches and I didn't know what it was, and so I went to the doctor and they said that's probably what it was. So now that's gone and I haven't had any of those headaches, so far it looks like that's what it was. So well, the sun's really starting to come up now. And they just opened. So hopefully they'll take me shortly and we'll get this car, my Ram, turned in and then go over and get the truck. Usually when you see me doing this, I've taken a few days off, but this time I broke down. So, taking my truck over to Cummins, which is where I was yesterday. She's still drivable, but I'll fill you in on what's going on. Well, I'm finally getting out of this Cummins here. It ended up just being a sensor. Not that noise I was telling you about. That's just a new fan belt that I had put on. That's what was making that noise. But the other thing I was concerned about was I got an error code. And that's another reason I brought it in. And, you know, a check engine light. And they fixed that. It was a sensor in the EGR system. So we're finally getting out of Montgomery, Alabama, heading to Mobile, Alabama. All right, well, we're here at the Loves in Mobile, Alabama. And I think I'm gonna go take a shower and then we'll be raring to go in the morning. My pickup's just about 2 or 3 miles from here. We've been there before. It's the paper towel place under the bridge. So we'll head over there in the morning, bright and early, and we're picking up a load from there going to South Carolina. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. You know what? I think I'm gonna change my mind here. I'm gonna move over one spot. I don't want to listen to his lawnmower all night. So we'll just move over one spot. And it's hot enough that I'll need the windows opened. He might leave, I don't know. I don't want to take the chance. So we'll just move over one spot here. And hopefully we'll get a nice, quiet... oh boy. A nice, quiet other truck. Who knows what that could be, though. Could be a guy with a louder APU than that. Plus, I could smell diesel coming out of his fumes. And I don't like that smell all night. Here, look at this. One of the things I had them fix was this screw was so burnt that it was literally fused onto the screw. And it was loose. So he literally had to take a torch to it and got it red hot, and then we were able to get it off because it was loose. So she wasn't doing a regen, because that gets up to 1,000 degrees. Well, more than that, really. That whole unit right there, that's what burns the smog. Plus it had one of the sensor units wasn't reading correctly, so it wouldn't regen. So got that fixed. And every time I bring up regen, people ask me what that is, people who aren't into trucking. It's kind of like a catalytic converter for trucks, so that everybody knows it has to do with emissions and smog. So it's just a bigger production in a truck than it is in a car. So that's what I'm talking about. The lady in that Subway, she didn't ring up my sandwich. I know you're gonna say I should have told on her, but I didn't tell. You know how sometimes they know the exact price, they just say the price, you give them the money if it's exact change, and they kind of put that aside. I feel guilty that I didn't, but she'll have to answer someday to someone else. If there's 1,000 Subways and one employee every day decides not to ring up their sandwich, and they're $5 a piece, let's just round it off. $5 times 1,000 Subways, that's a lot of money. And I mean, when you look at it that way, these companies, that no wonder they're like, everybody's getting frisked when they go in and out of a company, because the employees are all stealing everything. Even back when I worked for Vans Tennis Shoes, the president told us in a meeting once that in the factory they lost one pair of shoes a day, and the factory had like 300 or 400 people working in it, so that was pretty good odds. Now it's probably much higher, but that's the society we live in. Good night. Well, we're here at the mill as promised. Good morning. But it's not ready, so like with all of us truckers, we're professional waiters, and I don't mean the kind of a waiter that brings you your food. We wait and wait and wait, and then we wait a little bit more, and then maybe our freight is ready. So we're waiting. They say it could be up to 2 hours. It's supposed to be ready at 6. I was here at 6, and it's still not ready. So why don't you wait with me? Well, I've been here for 6 hours now, and it's still not ready. I had to come up and get a hamburger. So I'm really not here, but I bobtailed up to get a hamburger. So I'm going to go back over there now. There's other guys over there waiting, so a machine must be broken or something. That's what we were thinking. So, still here in Mobile, Alabama. Now that it's so late getting it, as always, the driver is the one that has to make up the time. So, but it's only like 500 miles a day of driving. So hopefully it'll be ready soon. Well, I've been here all day, 12 hours, 10 hours, and it's still not ready. So I think I'm just going to bobtail back over to Love's where we started out this morning and come back and get it. That's what happens, you know. This time of year when freight's slow, there's not a lot of loads, you know. You would be either do this or bobtail or, you know, deadhead 200 miles away for another load. Because this is actually a good load. It's 11,000 pound load, so. Well, let's get out of here. I'll just wake up early in the morning and come get it. The only positive thing, if there is anything positive, is that there will be parking at the truck stop. You know, like when you're bobtailing, you know, you can find usually a place to park. And yes, I will get paid for today. Not as much as when I'm rolling, of course, but I can hear those pulleys pulleys making noise. It's not the pulleys, it's the new fan belt.
In 0.2 miles, turn right on Bay Bridge Road, US 90. Turn right on Bay Bridge Road, US 90.
We're in an area of Mobile called Africa Town. In fact, the bridge to the left that I've gone over with you folks before, it's called the Africa Town Bridge. Built in 1991. Or it opened in 1991. If you're going to Florida and you have hazardous freight, you have to use that bridge. To be honest, there was a guy there while I was waiting, and
Speed limit reduced ahead.
he was one of those talking guys that he wanted to talk, and he talked the whole day. And it's nice, you know, we all, because we're truck drivers, we get lonely out here, but to listen to a guy talk the whole day,
In a half
10
mile,
hours,
turn right on I-165 North.
it's exhausting to listen to somebody talk for 10 hours. Once I politely said, hey, I gotta go take a nap, and I came into my truck and took a nap. But you know what? I learn a lot. He's an older guy, and he taught me a lot. So it does benefit you to learn from the people that are older than you and that have been in trucking longer. So you knew a lot about trucks, and helped me out on learning some things. But he had a Peterbilt. Wouldn't you know, I got here at 6 a.m. with you guys this morning. He didn't get here till almost 10 or 11, and they did his load first. And when we asked the guard about that, because he was a little upset too, he wanted me to get my load to go, and she said, well, they don't pay attention to the time that you get here. So she was really friendly. I couldn't understand much of what she was saying, but when I could understand her, she was friendly. You know, those thick Alabama and Louisiana accents. Well, we're back out here at the mill, and it's 4 in the morning, and we got a trailer. So we're on our way. We're heading to South Carolina today. We're going to be heading through Atlanta. That's the only bad part of the whole trip. Whenever Atlanta is in the sentence in a trucker's route, it's always a bad thing. But hopefully we can get through Atlanta and get over to South Carolina. Going to go over near Augusta, Georgia, a little town there. So going to finish our paperwork here, and we'll be rolling. reaching Atlanta. And we'll be through Atlanta in about 30 minutes. Trying to get out of this pilot at certain times of the day is impossible because they have no stoplight, and so you have to just try to get out on a busy road. This is a crazy little winding path they got here. It's really meant for one way, but trucks come in the wrong way and then they can't get up, especially with a trailer. I actually did that once years ago because there's no sign at the entrance down there. We can make it, we can make it. I guess not. We're on 85. See, they really need to put a light here. There's no stop sign there. I wonder how many accidents there are here a month. I would bet.
In 900 feet, take the entrance to the right on I-85 North. Take the entrance to the right on I-85 North. Spring is in the air because all the plants are turning green. We're actually heading to Beach Island, South Carolina. We are in Augusta, Georgia. Just about to cross over into South Carolina. And then it'll be 2 miles to
destination. It's 89 degrees. So summer is definitely here in the south anyway. I would imagine this river is the border. Sure enough, we see the signs that say South Carolina. This is our destination. Here in South Carolina. And I'm gonna pull over. Should I? No, we won't pull over. Because you got to do all the computer work and everything. But there's a long enough line up here that I'll have to wait in the line and I can do it then. I hope it's a drop and hook. Yoo-hoo! Here we are. Alright, well, we're simply dropping off the trailer, so this is going to be an easy one. And then I just find out they have a load going to Florida. So we're going to go see if that's ready. Hopefully it will be. So we're going to disconnect and head over to the shipping office. Boy, I hope this is just an easy one after the complications yesterday. I wasted a whole day yesterday. I have 3 more hours to drive, so I'll be able to get over to 95 or find a good place to park. You guys come in with me so we don't have to idle the truck. Hi. What do you need? I have a pickup. What do you need? Numbers?
512.
Okay. 512.
Wait a minute. Let me get you to fill this out for me.
Oh, okay.
And this book. What we done to this was a man.
Well, it's supposed to be ready. It is ready. Now I gotta go find the trailer. I am in Augusta, Georgia still. Little truck stop here. It's all dirt. One of those little tiny ones. And it looks like it's all a bunch of local guys. So when I go in there, there might be signs that I have to pay. I don't see that out here, but I hope not. But all these trucks here are locals. So, until the morning, we'll see you then. Good night. Well, we've just arrived into Florida. Here at the
Way station ahead.
first agriculture station. Man, it sure does smell like a sewer here for some reason. In Florida, they have quite a few of these agricultural inspection stations. They want to know what kind of fruit, vegetables, and that kind of stuff you're bringing in. We have paper products, so they usually just wave us through. All he did was nod at me. He didn't even open the window. They're always in there talking to their buddies, kicking back, you know. And it is spring break here in Florida, so we might have a bunch of spring break traffic. Partying college kids, just what we need on the freeways. All wasted. Actually, it's 11 o'clock. They're just now waking up. Here in Florida. Hey, we've had quite a trip this time. Thanks for riding along with me. I'm Indiana Jack. Trucking really is an adventure. Make sure that you subscribe and we'll see you next time. You know what? This is where we started. But I'm back here and the auto repair moved out of that building across the street over here where I was originally parked. So I'm actually going to pick up my pickup truck here, which is supposedly done. So let's go get it picked up and see what kind of body work they did. Well, they're pulling it around for me. So hopefully it'll be done. Well, it is done, but from the looks of this place, it's got to be good work that they do. Well, they did an excellent job. You can't even tell. It's always good when people do what they say they're going to do. You got a happy customer here.